Alright, now I have you back here in a little bit closer. We can get a closer look at this build as it stands. Yeah, like I said, I've machined the whole thing myself. There's nothing here bought except for the screws and the wires, of course, which is not fully installed yet. But I'm going to show you how it is assembled, and then we'll break it down. I'll show you all the parts and talk a little bit about the process I used to machine this. Now, the release mechanism I have to open the front here is very similar and inspired by what Brad has done with his Return of the Jedi saber. You can find that at his website, slothfurnace.com. Now, Brad and I have talked about this, and so I got permission to be able to use that style of release. He was gracious enough to allow that, but here's how it works, similar to his. You turn the pommel, about 1/8 of a turn, maybe 1/16 of a turn, and then it comes apart here. There's no spring in here yet, but it's a little tight. And then that opens up, and you can see the crystal chamber core that I've been working on, and guide rods here for the locking mechanism. So we have some copper details in there, brass. Of course, it needs to be detailed out a little bit more, some powder coat happening, but you get an idea. This is, kind of in the silver stage, the gray stage, I don't know how you even call it, but it's not painted, not finished, obviously. But you can see there I got the control box. Still have some work to do here. This will be copper, obviously, but right now I've initially machined it in aluminum so I can get a sense of the scale, see if I like that size, see if I like that technique, approach to machining it, that sort of thing. There's a little better look at the pommel. We'll look at the pommel in more detail here because it's pretty interesting in here. And then the emitter section, and the next section, this is real brass, or real copper, big old slug of copper. And the wire passages through here. So let's go ahead and take a little bit closer look at how this all comes together. So the front right now is a compression fit, the emitter part. But that will be firmly secured when it's all done. There we go. So I have a DIN connector that I'm using here so that the core opens up. But this is a multi-piece. So we have this neck piece here, the copper piece, the emitter piece, and a section here for the optics and LED and whatnot. This will hold either a NeoPixel connector or a Tri-Cree, which is what I'm going to probably use here, a Tri-Cree. But you get an idea of that. That's multi-piece. It all unscrews, and that'll all be secured. Then we have the grip section, which is machined as such, all the grooves and so forth. And now all of this part is all screwed together and held together pretty securely, so it'll take a while to disassemble this, so I will cut to that and we'll come back when I have this broke down some more.